January 2025 is almost here. That means the last month of Wonderful Precure is almost here, and this amazing season is almost over. Hello everyone, it's Lel, and in this episode we are going to talk about the episode titles for the month of January from Wonderful Precure, which are the last episodes of this gorgeous season. I'm loving it, and it's gonna be hard to say goodbye. So let's jump right into it. Just remembering, we're not going to have an episode this weekend because it's the New Year's break that happens every year with Precure. So unfortunately, no episode this weekend, but doesn't matter. What matters is that Wonderful is having a total of 50 episodes, which is truly, truly amazing. So let's talk about what we're gonna have. Episode 47 is called Agao New Year, which is the first episode of 2025. And in this episode, we're going to see the wonderful team celebrating New Year's. We're going to talk about it soon. Episode 48 is called Gao's Friend. Girl, this is going to be so interesting. We're probably going to learn more about this story. Episode 49 is going to be called Your Voice. Very, very interesting title as well. And episode 50 is called Wonderful Forever. Can you already feel the emotion? Ooh, honey. Not going to be easy. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about what's going to happen. At least from what we know, because the only thing we know so far is episode 47, which is the first episode of 2025. In this episode, they are going to be celebrating New Year's, and it's the first time Yuki and Mayu are celebrating the New Year's in Animal Town. So they are all going to go out together, and they are going to see the first sunrise, and they will also visit the shrine for the New Year, which is something common in Japan. Just as the town is immersed in the New Year's mood, distant howls of wolves echo through the town. It is clear that it is time for Gao to get into action. I feel like this is going to be a very intense month. We have basically, or probably, 3 episodes for the story of Gao, and the last episode might just be an epilogue. This was the way Precure was doing things, but with Hirogaru Sky, the last battle ended in the last episode, so we might have the last confrontation, the last battle against Gao going through the last episode. We don't really know. And so this is the detail that we all know from episode 47. And so this is the only episode that we have some details, but we can still talk about the other episodes, obviously, when talking about the titles, because we can kind of grasp what's going to go and what's going to happen, what's going to come down. So episode 48 is called Gao's Friend. From the past few episodes, we've learned a little bit more about a friendship between a man called Subaru and the wolf pack leader. This wolf pack leader didn't have a name, but Subaru named him something. Satoru was trying to read the diary, and we don't know what that name was. We believe it is Gao that we're talking about. Obviously, we know that Gao is that wolf that was friends with Subaru, but we don't know what happened. We know that there was a problem in their relationship because of the humans. The humans did not trust the wolves, and they believed the wolves to be very violent, and they didn't agree with the friendship that Subaru had with the wolves. And so the wolves were attacked. We see the wolves being attacked in the show, but we don't see it, but we know that they were exterminated. All the wolves were exterminated in the past. I feel like episode 48 is going to give us a bit more on this background, and we might know everything there is to know from this story between Gao and Subaru, what really happened between this friendship, and why was Subaru his friend, and what came down in the past. I'm pretty sure Subaru did not betray Gao. We just don't know what happened, but I'm curious. And then we get to episode 49, which is almost the last episode. And this episode is called Your Voice, but in English, in Japanese, which is the original title, obviously, it is called Anata no Koe. And Anata no Koe is part of Cure Friendly's phrase. Cure Friendly, after she becomes Cure Friendly, she says, Anata no koe wo kikasete, which means, let me hear your voice. So, Anata no Koe, which is the name of the episode, is part of her introduction phrase. Anata no koe wo kikasete. So maybe it's a reference to her phrase, and maybe we're going to see Friendly doing something huge. Even though I feel like what is really going to come down in this is going to be Komugi. Because Komugi, we've had a closure for Mayu's arc, we had a closure for Friendly's arc, we had a closure for Yuki's arc, and now we need something for Komugi, and we already have a little bit of a connection between Gao and Komugi already. I feel like Komugi is going to be the key, she's going to be the heart on bringing it all together. But the title of this episode makes me believe that Friendly is also going to have a huge role in this ending. I believe all of them will, but especially Komugi and now Iroha as well. Just a theory. And the last episode is called Zutto Wonderful, which means wonderful forever, which is really cute. I feel like it is going to be an emotional moment because it's going to be very hard to say goodbye to this season. I grew attached to the characters and especially the writing. The writing on this season is really, really stellar. It's really something else. And I feel like those characters and those stories are going to live with us forever. And the children who watch this, I feel like this is going to accompany them for so long in their lives because it's such a pretty season. And it's so well thought, so well crafted. Everything has a reason and it's just incredible. I have no idea how this is going to end, but I feel like this is going to have a very happy ending. I believe it's going to be a huge, beautiful moment for all of the characters, and I'm curious to see how they're going to deal with Gao's story. I feel like that's the hardest thing, but so far they've been nailing it down. It's so good. And obviously, this season, this last episode might also bring the lead of You and Idol Precure. We might see a cameo of the main cure, of the main character of the next season. And obviously, we're going to say goodbye to Wonderful. It's gonna be hard. But we have, right around the corner, a trio of friends waiting to accompany us through 2025. Precure is always here for us, and that always makes me very happy. I am very excited for the next season. You guys know how hyped I am for You and Idol, and I cannot wait. I feel like it's going to be a blast. I've always asked for an Idol season. I always wished for it, and now we're getting it. And this just makes me more and more hyped for February, but also a little heartbroken that we're gonna have to say goodbye to Wonderful Precure, that this season that I learned to love so much. It's really, really incredible. And I feel like we're gonna have gorgeous moments, you know, in both seasons are bringing something gorgeous to us, just like every Precure season does. Anyways, babies, this is it. Are you excited for the end of Wonderful Precure? What are you expecting in those last 4 episodes of this season? What are you still wishing to see? What are you expecting for Gao's story? What do you think happened in the past? Leave a comment in the comment section. Let's keep talking about it. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the Magical Cinnamon production team for this content and also the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. Thank you very, very much for your support. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.